All right, here's a good one. I had a seller who said to me, I'm going to list with this other agent that already has a listing in my neighborhood. All right, here's the deal with that. If you are looking at an agent that already has a listing in the neighborhood, go on Zillow, go on Realtor, see how many days on market that listing has been. If that listing has been on the market, let's say it's under $1 million and it is in Dutchess County and it has been sitting on that market for 45 days or more in current market conditions, and it's not a real super niche house that, really needs a very specific buyer. That's really not a very good sign on the agent's ability to sell that property. I will say some caveats with that. If the sellers are difficult with allowing access for showings, or the seller is showing up for showings, those two things can definitely impede on a sale. So long as the sellers aren't being detrimental to their sale, in current market conditions, 30 to 45 days, under $1 million in Dutchess County, you should have yourself your buyer. I looked at the history on this one. That listing's expired twice and it's still sitting on the market. Because they're in the neighborhood doesn't mean that they're actually selling through. The other point of this is I leverage sitters for the benefit of my clients. An agent that's got a listing in that neighborhood really can't leverage their own listing to help benefit another listing, because they have to work in their client's highest and best interests. An accepted offer on that house, or if that house has been on the market for less than 30 or 45 days, okay. But if it's been on for longer, you may want to think twice about that. I mean, why align with an agent? Their listing's not selling. If you look at it like that, it really just doesn't make sense.